Hi, welcome to another video. So in this video, I'll share with you how much and what companies paid me dividends in October, even as I look forward to November, and what I believe will be my highest dividend payments ever since I started investing in this portfolio. I have been investing for just over 4 years, having started with an initial investment of less than $100. And only 4 years in, I can attest to the power of compounding. My goal for investing is to create a new income stream, passive income in the form of dividends that will replace my employment income and allow me to attain financial freedom. Now, the portfolio I often share with you all is on Questrade, and down in the description section of this video, I have a referral code. If you're looking to open up an investment account on Questrade, it will give you a bonus of $50 that you can apply to your investments. It also helps the channel. Now, before we look at October of 2025, here's a quick look at how October has shaped out to be over the last 4 years. So in October of 2021, I received $1.62, just a single payment from XEI. XEI is an ETF. It's a BlackRock ETF that tracks the highest dividend payers in the Canadian market. In October of 2022, I received a total of $76.25, and I believe I received 3 different payments. In October of 2023, I received a total of $278.84 for 4 different payments. And then in October of 2024, I received a total of $259.83 for 4 different payments again. And so that would be October of last year. Now, if you enjoy content like this, please consider liking this video and subscribe to the channel. It helps the channel grow, it costs you nothing, and it also encourages me to continue making these videos. Don't forget to share with family and friends. Now, the other thing to remember is that this video is meant for education and entertainment purposes. It does not constitute financial or investment advice. You need to do your own research before you invest in any stocks. Do not take investment advice from random people on YouTube. Now, let's look at October of 2025. Now, this here is an activity summary that I download from my brokerage account on Questrade. And regular viewers will be familiar with this. Column C is basically the transaction date on which I get paid the dividend. Column D says activity. These are dividends. Other activities might have been a buy or a sell. Column E, tickers, codes by which stocks trade on the market. Column F is the description or the name of the stock. Column G, quantity, the number of shares for which I'm being paid a dividend. Column J says net amount. Now, I hold my stocks both in Canadian and US dollars depending on where the stock is listed. So I hold my US listed stocks in US dollars and I hold my Canadian listed stocks in Canadian dollars. So the net amount would be the dividend payments in the respective currencies. Column K is the currency, Canadian or US dollars. Column L says all Canadian. I generally convert all my US dollar dividends into Canadian dollars so that we're working with a single currency for reasonability. Column N says activity type. This says dividends. Other activity types might have been a trade, so a buy or a sell, for instance. Now, column O says account type. I have 3 different accounts in this portfolio. I have 2 tax sheltered accounts or tax advantaged accounts plus 1 taxable account. I have the TFSA, the tax-free savings account. This is equivalent to the Roth IRA. In the TFSA, you invest after-tax dollars. And I also have the RRSP, which is equivalent to the 401k. And in the RRSP, you invest pre-tax dollars. That's why when you invest in your RRSP, you will get a tax refund when you file your taxes. I also have a taxable account, and that's a margin account. So those are the 3 accounts I have in this portfolio. Now, let's go to October of 2025. So, October of 2025, I received a total of $381.61 for 8 different payments. On October the 1st, I received 4 different payments. VOO, this is Vanguard's S&P 500 ETF. I have 8 shares. It paid me $16.58. It's in my TFSA. This is a new position in my portfolio. Now, returning viewers or regular viewers will know that I have another S&P 500 ETF, SPLG. I believe the name changed yesterday. It's now called SPYM. So I have SPLG, and it also tracks the S&P 500. And there is a reason why I am having SPLG or SPYM and VOO, because there is 100% overlap between the two. I will speak to this in subsequent videos, but right now I just started this new position in my TFSA. And then October the 1st again, I got paid by Coca-Cola. I had 50 shares and I received $35.70 for 50 shares of Coca-Cola. Something else to note about Coca-Cola is that I just recently divested myself of this position. So I must have sold out of KO after the ex-dividend date. That's why I got paid my dividends for October. So I no longer have KO in my portfolio going forward. Again, on October the 1st, I received $21.28 from Nike, ticker symbol NKE. I have 38 shares, and that's in my RRSP. And lastly, on October the 1st, my fourth payment was from VTI. VTI is Vanguard's Total Stock Market ETF. It tracks the entire US stock market. It's made up of nearly 3,500 different stocks. I have 30 shares and I received $38.11. It's in my RRSP. So 4 different payments on October the 1st for a total of $111.66. So that's October the 1st. On October the 2nd, ZCN. I have 75 shares and it paid me $18. ZCN is a Bank of Montreal ETF. It tracks the entire Canadian market and it is identical to XIC. Now, if you're a regular viewer, you'll know that I also own XIC, which is a BlackRock ETF that tracks the entire Canadian market. XIC and ZCN are also a 100% overlap. So a bit like VOO, I have a reason why I am having 2 stocks that are 100% overlap with each other. I will speak to this in future videos, but for now, I needed to start this position. And so I started in time to collect dividends in October. So that is ZCN. On October the 3rd, CNQ, Canadian Natural Resources, 100 shares, paid me $58.75. I previously had 87 shares and bought an additional 13. So now I have 100 shares, of course. So CNQ paid me on October the 3rd. Now to October the 31st. I received 2 different payments, both from TD, because I have it in 2 different accounts. I have 139 shares of TD in my RRSP, and it paid me $145.95. And I have 45 shares of TD in my TFSA, and it paid me $47.25. Now, if you're a regular viewer, you might have noticed that the number of TD shares in my TFSA is down. I sold 35 shares out of TD, took some profit, and moved that money to VOO. So again, in total, I received 8 different payments for a total of $381.61 in October of 2025. Now, my goal for 2025 was to achieve an average monthly dividend income of at least $500 in 2025. So let's go and see how I am doing in that regard. So this here is a summary of all dividend payments that I've received from January to October the 31st of 2025. And in total, year to date, I have received $4,820.38. Now, if I am to achieve an average monthly dividend income of at least $500 in 2025, that means that I need to achieve a total dividend income of at least $6,000. Now, seeing that I have received $4,820 by the end of October, what that means is that over the next 2 months, in November and December, I need to receive at least $1,179.62 in order to achieve my goal of $500 per month in dividend income for 2025. So we'll see how that pans out. As I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I am looking forward to November because I expect that in November, I'll see my highest dividend payments yet in a single month since I started investing in this portfolio. So that should help narrow the gap and get me closer to my goal of at least $6,000 in total dividend income this year. Now, I have not yet updated my monthly dividend tracker with my dividend income for October, so let's go do that together. So this is my monthly dividend tracker. Regular viewers will be familiar with this. Again, it starts in 2021. And here is my first ever dividend payment, $1.62 in October of 2021. I also only received $3.72 in November of 2021, by the way. My first ever meaningful dividend income was in December of 2021 when I received $56.56. And so for the whole of 2021, I received $61.90. In 2022, I received a total of $889.10, which is equivalent to about $74 in monthly dividend income. 2023, a total of $1,667.62 for $139 in monthly dividend income. 2024, last year, I received a total of $3,617, which is equivalent to just over $300 in average monthly dividend income. And now to 2025. Let's update October of 2025, $381.61. There we go. For a total of $4,820.37 in total dividend income year to date. That's equivalent to nearly $402 in average monthly dividend income. Now compare that to my average monthly dividend income for the whole of 2024, $301.47. I am already more than $100 higher in monthly dividend income in 2025 compared to 2024, and I still have 2 months to go. So with $402 in average monthly dividend income by the end of October, with 2 months to go, I am very optimistic that I will achieve my income goal of $500 per month. But let's wait and see what November and October bring. It all boils down to consistency and intentionality. I have borderline been anal or obsessive about investing in my portfolio. I am very optimistic that I will achieve my goal for 2025. So that's an update of my October dividend income. And for those who may be interested, I will list down in the description section of the video how much I have invested in each of these positions that I have provided an update on for October. As always, the challenge with investing is getting started. Do not wait to get enough money in order to start investing. Once you start investing and you start to see some progress, you will be motivated to keep on investing. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, please consider liking, subscribe, share with family and friends. I'll see you in the next one.